Hey guys, welcome back to the Workbench. Dan here as always, and in this video we're going to be doing another product review. This one is on a recent release by ATHEARN Model Trains. This is an NREX SD45T-2, number 9300. This locomotive is in their Primed for Grime series, meaning it's been partially weathered and patched to match the prototype. So I'm really excited to see what this looks like out of the box. Let's go ahead and get right into this exciting product review, guys. Here's the standard ATHEARN packaging as of now. They've been updating their labels so that it's an exploded diagram of what the locomotive looks like, which is really nice. And here we have the part number and the description. It's worth noting that this is a DCC ready model. This is straight DC currently, but these are very easy to convert to DCC. You simply add a chip to the board and you're good to go. So these are very nice locomotives, and for the price it's very good. So as you can see, we have it in the Prime for Grime series, and it has LEDs, which is a very nice touch. ATHEARN's been going back and adding LEDs to all their models, and I applaud them for that because the LEDs are definitely way better than the bulbs in terms of brightness and operation. So let's go ahead and unbox this locomotive. The only thing I've done to this so far was I just cut the seals to save time, and we're ready to go ahead and unboxing. I have not unboxed this prior to this video, so we're going to go ahead and see if there's anything wrong with this right out of the box. So far it doesn't look like there's any broken pieces, so that's good. And it's just a typical packaging. You have your hard case, we slide it out, and we have the typical ATHEARN clamshell box. As you can see, we have a Horizon Hobby subscription membership, we have the exploded parts diagram, and then we have ATHEARN's newsletter registration. That's all the typical ATHEARN packaging. We'll go ahead and set that aside. As you can see, as we move the locomotive up closer, we have a little parts bag here. If we take the shell out of the little plastic case, we have a little parts bag here with an MU receptacle, which is interesting. I'm assuming I'll have to add that to the model later. We'll go ahead and set that aside. If we unpack the locomotive, it's the normal ATHEARN packaging. We have some handrail guards, and again, I don't see any missing or broken parts so far. We'll go ahead and carefully slide the locomotive out of the packaging, and we'll go ahead and set our hard case aside. So the particular prototype we're looking at here is the NREX 9300. This locomotive was sold from Union Pacific to CEFX in May 2000, and it was serving for a short time with CEFX until it was bought off along with another CEFX unit to NREX, who quickly and hurriedly patched them up and put them into Lee service. This locomotive is still around today, and it is actually currently for sale on the NREX website for anyone who's interested in buying the real thing. No, just kidding. But anyway, we have the model here, and note price-wise on this model, it is available from ATHEARN's website currently as the DC model for $149.98, and my model I purchased from a hobby shop on eBay for $120 shipped. So the model we're looking at here in particular is very nicely detailed. We have lots of SP specific detailing, and of course the LED lighting, which is really nicely upgraded from some of the older tunnel motors that ATHEARN was putting out. On the front here we have the large SP style snowplow. We have MU cables. We have the SP style coupler lift bar, which is a nice touch to see on the locomotive here. This isn't something ATHEARN has done on the tunnel motors before, so that's a really nice touch. We have the anti-climber mounted ditch lights here with LEDs. We have the correct prototype patching. We have the SP style nose light on the nose here. The class lights are something I got to point out. It's kind of disappointing to see that ATHEARN stuck with the older style of class light molded into the nose. This is not particularly accurate for this prototype. These SP locomotives basically have simplified plates welded on to the areas where the class lights used to be, so that particular detail on this locomotive is not accurate, and it will need changed if you want to make an accurate model. So looking at all the other details, we have the separately applied grab irons. We have very clean printing and painting on the nose as well. We have separately applied details. We have all the windshield wipers on the glazing, which is very nice. Something I got to point out here, I really like the number boards on this locomotive. They actually did the stencil style number boards what this particular prototype has, which is pretty interesting. We have the correct block out for the light above the nose on the number board assembly there. That's a really cool little touch. And then on the hood here, behind the hood on the conductor side, we have a B unit do not occupy decal. This is only accurate for the model as it would have appeared up till 2006, and then this locomotive was converted to run lead again, apparently, is what I've been told. So this decal was later removed, but it is a good nice little touch to the model. On the roof we have the correct details. We have the single antenna, and then we have the SP style bell on the cab roof. Looking at the sides, we got separately applied sunshades, we got opening cab windows, we have the correct prototype number and patching as of prototype photos, we have the SP style battery boxes which pretty closely match what's on the real prototype. and you can see that they actually did the NREX stencil very quickly and very crappy. As you can see, they actually replicated the overspray too, which is a very nice touch. I gotta say, that's actually pretty cool. The truck detailing is standard ATHEARN detailing on the truck frames. As you can see, they don't have sanding lines or anything like that, but those can be added separately if you choose to. On the rear hood of the locomotive here, looking at the back of the cab, we have the windshield wiper. We have nicely done grille and dynamic brake detailing. The doors are very nicely molded into the sides. Those look very good, and the detailing is very clean. We have nicely molded handrails, which are not warped. That's good. Good job, ATHEARN. And then we have the prototype patching, which is very simplified, but it is accurate for the prototype. Looking at prototype photos, all of these warning labels appear to be in the correct location as of prototype photos again, so another good job to ATHEARN. On the fuel tank, we have the standard detailing. We have all of the fuel filler caps, all the nice detailing, and again, the fuel tank looks pretty accurate according to the prototype photos. Looking at the back now, we have nice truck detail on this frame as well. We have all of the correct SP style details. Looking at the sides here, the nicely done grille top here, and then the 3 doors, which is correct for the prototype, and all the warning labels are in the correct location. The large tunnel motor style air intake here is accurately done with photo etch parts, and it's completely see-through. ATHEARN has also gone back and redone the tower gear on their trucks so that it is moved forward and not in the back like it used to be on all the older runs. So this is pretty much a full see-through effect now on this back grille, which is a very nice job. I'm glad ATHEARN has done that. Looking at the rear hood of this locomotive, we have the correct 9300 number. We have the separately applied lift rings on the back, separately applied grab irons, a nicely done end handrail. It's not warped or bent as I can see, so that's good. We have the correct SP style coupler lift bar, MU cables, and McHenry knuckle coupler, and we have the hose tray, which is also accurate for the prototype. On the top of the radiator, we have the accurate grab iron, which is a long grab iron with 4 stanchions holding it together. That's accurate for this model. We again have that nice see-through grille detail. The handrails are not warped. One has popped out here on the end, but that's okay. That's normal for these handrails. They're not glued in place. All you got to do is pop them back in. There we go. And again, we have all of the nice truck and fuel tank details. We have the correct prototype patching, and we have all of the nice separately done warning labels that are accurate as of prototype photos. We have the correct 3-chime horn on the roof, which is painted silver. That's a nice touch. And then on this side, we have all of the patching on the cab, and then we have the windshield wiper there. I'll get a closer look at the cab so you guys can see this side. This particular side of the model has a wind deflector, it has the sunshades, it has the antenna base here, and then it has the repainted battery box door, which was replaced with the sloppy looking paint overspray, and then the NREX overspray stencil there. And on this truck here we have a speed recorder, which is really nice. And again, pointing out, none of these handrails are warped. That's a very great touch on this ATHEARN model. Most of the time a lot of these models have warped handrails, and this one does not have any warped handrails. That is great. Looking at the roof now, we got all those details, but pretty basic SD45T-2 features. One thing I got to point out is the nice photo etched fan detail. They've improved the fans overall compared to some of the older runs, which is really nice. And again, we have all of the basic detailing there, the horn, and then the really nicely done molded grille section here with some paint treatment to make it look weathered. That's very nice. On straight DC power, the locomotive runs very well. There's no problems in its operation at all. I'm having to hold the locomotive since this is a DC model, but you can see that those LED lights are very bright and they look very effective. After using my KD height gauge, I determined that this coupler on the front end is low and this coupler is fine. This is a common problem though in a case like this with this front coupler. These McHenry couplers can warp, especially in the cold, anything like that. They might get bumped and they can warp a little bit. The simple fix here is to pop the coupler out of the box and then just bend it back into shape just a little bit. It doesn't take much, but you can bend these back into shape. The other option is, of course, you can replace the couplers and adjust them if need be. So despite the issue with the class lights not being correct, and then the issue with the bent coupler, I think this locomotive is a great model and it very accurately represents the NREX 9300. This is a great model and I'm glad ATHEARN does these Prime for Grime series locomotives and these odd patch jobs, because these are the prototypes that I really like to do, and it of course saves me time because they've already done most of the patch work for me, leaving me with only basic finished detailing work and weathering, really. And it's also great for other modelers who may not have this kind of talent or skill to be able to replicate odd, unique patching like this, because they can get a model like this straight out of the box and put it on their line, and they got some unique foreign release power that they can use. And it's a really cool thing that ATHEARN does, and I hope that they keep doing this. I'm really glad to see them do another unique patch job on one of these tunnel motors. And of course, for any of you guys who are interested in purchasing the real NREX 9300, it is currently for sale on the NREX website for $100,000. It's not that expensive, really, and it'll look great in your backyard. Think about it. Okay guys, so that'll wrap up this review on the NREX 9300 here. I hope you like this video series. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube for more. I'll be posting more videos shortly, and I'll have some more updates and more project videos coming soon as well. Follow my work on Facebook and Instagram. My Facebook page is Dan's Custom Trains. My Instagram is Danny Dankinson. That is all lowercase, and you can follow me there to see what kind of projects I'm working on for myself and for other people. So until next time guys, thank you for watching this review. I'll see you next time. Take it easy.